Hello and welcome back to more Vintage Cube. Full disclosure, I'm really sick right now. So we're just gonna do our best. It's like the kind, I don't know if you've ever been this sick where you're like healthy enough to kind of do stuff, but too sick to do anything well, and not sick enough to just feel like you can just sit in bed all day. So that's where we're at. That being said, we're just gonna first pick Wheel of Fortune. This is not gonna be a hyper competitive Caleb draft. This is gonna be let's see what kind of stuff we can do with Wheel of Fortune Lions Eye Diamond. Like I said, the correct picks are wildly different than what we're doing here. I mean, it could even be taking Tamio in this spot because Tamio is just so good. But we're committing to the bet. We're taking LED. We're just gonna see what happens. There's the tendrils. Do you ever take tendrils this early? There's like a 0% chance this uh doesn't wheel. But I could guarantee that it doesn't wheel. Or because I just take it. I'm gonna take the marsh flats though. I think tendrils the worst win condition of storm. Although just bring back Mind's Desire. Like I think the only thing holding back storm is Mind's Desire because that lets you play all these alternate win conditions while being like a payoff itself. Like there's so many good like Mind's Desire is basically card draw and mana and a win condition all in one, and there's very few cards like that in the cube. So anyway, bring it back. Atali? Like you could Mind's Desire into Atali, for example. And that's a lot of fun. I mean I could take Atali. We could take River Pyre Verge. Marsh Flats with Rafine's Tower helps a little bit. I don't know what we're doing with an Atali, but it's getting into the deck. There's a Dark Ritual, there's a Time Warp. This is definitely Dark Ritual territory. Okay. Show and tell Atali. That's something. We can take see Gristlebrand, Mind's Desire, Gristlebrand Atali, you win the game. That's the kind of deck that is actually pretty good. I still could take it. I'm not playing these. Pillage the Bog is interesting. Gush is interesting. Let's try Gristlebrand here. Like a Storminator. This could also be an Oath of Druids deck. I don't know, man. This is like half a fever deep drafting right now. Mana Confluence helps quite a bit. Recurring Nightmare with these two, a little bit too much of a dream. We'll take the Confluence. That'll let us cast our stuff. Then Brainstorm. Fiery Confluence can keep us alive. Brainstorm does something. Savai Triome lets Marsh Flats get black-red. That's interesting, because we're not in blue yet. Confluence is also just really good. It's a board wipe. It does damage to players. It would be a good hit off Mind's Desire, just saying. This is just Caleb advocates for Mind's Desire for an hour and a half. I think we're gonna take the Brainstorm. Brainstorm with Wheel is also good. You can put cards you want to keep in your hand on top, and then get them back later. Ketrit Friome. This is Yawgmoth's Will. A very expensive one, but it is Yawgmoth's Will. It's double green though. I don't think we can afford double green. This gives us blue-red. I think just starting town. Alright, tendrils, come on. We believe. I don't know how I'm getting up to a tendril storm count. We're gonna figure it out. Did someone take tendrils? Literally, what are the odds? I have not seen a storm card cast in Vintage Cube in the last like 20 leagues, probably. Maybe more. Unless this is the one with tendrils. Okay, never mind. Complaint erased. We got it. My brain is just fried from the. I guess picking Storm is a thing to draft when you're sick is. It's a bold choice, we'll put it that way. What are we looking for now? Like, I think Faithless Looting probably doesn't wheel. Because, like, some kind of ways to reanimate Gristlebrand would be good. Sneak Attack would be good. And Oath of Druids would be good. There's Faithless Looting. I will take it. That just helps kind of everything. Thought Scour, Faithless Looting. If we get Underworld Breach, I'll be pretty happy to have a Thought Scour. This also can put these into the graveyard. That transform side of Atali's is something. We get Gush versus Pillage the Bog. I think we're not gonna have any like islands. I love Gush. I think it's good, but I just never have islands. Like, starting town mana confluence, they don't work with Gush. Mystical Tutor can help things go well. Fanatic is a source of reanimation. Trinket Mage can get LED. Displacer Kitten plus a Tali? Oh boy, he's losing it. I wish Glorybringer was this kind of deck, but I think this is a Mystical Tutor deck for sure. Then, oh, I mean, we could storm into a Minsk and Boo. This is just as good as any of these. I don't think for this deck that is like the best play. I think like a Lotus Petal or a Misty is probably better. But this is it's like one of the top 6 cards in the cube. But you can't show and tell it to play or you can't reanimate it. It also doesn't fit the theme of the deck, which is we don't know what the theme is yet, but we're figuring the theme out. I think I'm gonna pass the Minsk and Boo just to let the deck do its thing. Misty doesn't have any hits. We're gonna take a Lotus Petal. Okay, Frantic Search is interesting. I like Steam Vents. I like Doomsday. I don't know what Doomsday does in this deck either. Shelldock Isle also can do quite a bit, but we're gonna take Frantic Search. We're like an Underworld Breach. Okay, there's a Brain Freeze. That's way better than Tendrils. Now we're just kind of an Underworld Breach away from the dream here. Blue, black, red. We definitely need fixing, so take a Blackleaf Cliffs here. Yeah, Gush. Gush ain't happening with this mana. Okay, this pack. Stomping Ground with Marshflats doesn't really work. Brain Surge is card draw. Tameo can... We could go like Brain Freeze, Tameo, Brain Freeze. It's kind of interesting. I don't know how I'm casting a Tameo. I think we're going to take the Stomping Ground. Being able to play Pillage of the Bog would be kind of nice. Citadel. I could Dark Ritual out a Citadel and then just do something there. I think Thundertrap Trainer is probably the pickup. It just makes our combo more consistent. Cabal Ritual helps a lot. Passing a lot of fixing and a preordain. I mean, do I need mana or do I need cards? That's the real question. Because I can go like Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, Gristlebrand, blah blah blah. We will hit Threshold. We'll try it. I think Preordain's probably better, but I want to cast some of these. I think Rite of... Is Seething Song still in the cube? It probably isn't. Alright, we need Underworld Breach so badly. I think Preordain was the pick. That was probably just a bad pickup there. We don't need more mana, really. Okay, this pack... Metamorphosis Fanatic. 6 mana, reanimate a big creature. Otherwise, we have Twisted Landscape, can just get black-red. If I get, like, Infernal Tutor, we have, like, Frantic Search, Faithless Looting, ways to reanimate. I think the Fixing plus Shuffle is probably better, though. Treasure Cruise is amazing in this deck. We have so much discard. That's great. Not that good if we get Underworld Breach, but honestly still fine because it draws you into the Breach. I think Into the Breach is a different card, but you know what I mean. It does not draw you the card into the Breach. It draws you into the card named Underworld Breach. Probably everyone understood what I'm saying, but I'm sick, so I'm explaining it to myself. Doomsday. If I get a Thassa's Oracle is interesting. Firebolt can be like our first piece of interaction. You know what? Well, you can't just do this and not have Doomsday in your deck. I think that's the rule. Chandra, Phantasmal Image. Alright, we need a good pack 3. First of all, we need better fixing. I have no, like, reliable blue mana sources. Balance. Sure. I'll take a balance. There's a chance. Loot the Pathfinder. Definitely can't reanimate a Blightsteel Colossus. Bird Battlesphere going really late lately. Alright, deck. We want Black Lotus, Yawgmoth's Will, Ancestral, Entomb. I don't have a single reanimation card. If I get Underworld Breach, Entomb is just another copy of Brain Freeze. Actually better than that. So that's interesting. I can just take Fable or Spell Pierce. But A little bit of interaction goes a long way. I think creatures are going to be more of our concern than interaction. If I play Fable, it's going to be fine. It will give us a discard outlet. I think I'm just going to grab this Entomb. If I find a good reanimation card, Entomb will be nice. There's Yawgmoth's Will. So now Entomb Yawgmoth's Will is a bit of a combo. I will take this. I could try and wheel it, but it's so important for our deck. Like, now we're technically able to combo off. Before we essentially were not. We want Oath of Druids if we can get it. Demonic Tutor is probably the best thing we could ask for. We could go Demonic Tutor, Yawgmoth's Will, LED, Demonic Tutor, blah, blah, blah. This pack, yeah, we could have had Minsk and Boo Forth Lingos, which, full disclosure, is just way better than what we're doing. Even if we get all the combos we want, this is better because you don't have to play the combos. You just cast this one card and you win the game. I like Fast Bond, although I don't have a ton of mana. Spellseeker can grab Brain Freeze. That's okay. A little bit expensive. Fast Bond has the highest upside of enabling basically turn 1 Fast Bond Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to take Fast Bond. We're looking for another, like, draw effect. Paradoxical Outcome, Tropical Island, Jace Wielder of Mystery. I have Doomsday. Oh boy, this is getting above my pay grade for my current brain status. We could go Doomsday Jace. Tinker. I didn't take the thing that I wanted. So Jace Doomsday can be a kill. I can Dark Ritual into it. Alright. We'll go there. Fire Covenant can keep us alive. The mana in this deck is just gonna be bad, and I guess we have to live with that. I can also just take a Flame Slash. Take a Fire Covenant. Chrome Box. Chrome Box is very good here. I'll take a Chrome Box. That's a lot of fast mana with essentially no... Like, we need Time Twister to, like, all that stuff. Where X is the number of lands you control. Not very good with fast mana. Good with Fast Bond if I end up playing it. I could take Chromatic Star to help my land situation. This with Kicker does let us dig a little bit deeper into the deck. Chromatic Star, you can play with Yawgmoth's Will. You can play this with Yawg Will too. I think I'm gonna take this. Through the Breach. Honestly, I think just like a Probe or a Consider is better. I'm probably just going to end up cutting these two because I have no way of casting them. Probe is a free spell that lets me just naturally storm. Consider costs mana. Free spell. Wins every time. This is fetchable with Marsh Flats and gets blue-red. Technically lets us cast Balance. So I don't hate that. Stormchaser's Talent, you can buy back a spell. I don't have Time Walk, but we could go like Wheel of Fortune, buy back, Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune. Probably not playing Balance in this deck, because I'm just going to have cards in hand. We're not Woodfall Primusing, I'll take this. Probably not playing it either. Hedge Maze. Tundra lets Marsh Flats get untapped blue. Deathrite, we have 2 fetches, probably not getting there. Take the Tundra. Coalition Relic, Pyrokinesis, PO. Pyrokinesis is really good, we don't have that much red. We're probably cutting these. Paradoxical Outcome with Lotus Petal Chrome Box, not getting there. I'll take a Relic. It is some amount of fixing. Alright, deck. Oh, this is gonna fry my brain. I don't know about this Fast Bond. We'll see what the mana looks like. It is pretty good with Yawgmoth's Will if you go like Fast Bond, fetch, Yawgmoth's Will, play both fetches. But I don't hate it. We could... If we get rid of Jace, we can Companion Luris. That makes Doomsday not playable, though. I think Doomsday is at least interesting. Myco Spawn. Fast Bond goes here. We have... We want to play a high land count because of Fast Bond. Get over here. Move these. 26. Okay, I can make some cuts. I think we're just going to ditch Fire Covenant until we know the matchup does that. I think Entomb plus Yawgmoth's Will is fine. It's not good, but it's fine. Doomsday Jace. Do I want Faithless Looting? We didn't get Underworld Breach. Faithless Looting does dig us towards Yawg Will, so we can just discard. Oh, actually, yeah, we discard a bunch of lands. Yawgmoth's Will Fast Bond, play our whole deck. That's the play. Okay, I actually like that a lot. Pillage of the Bog is like a weird demonic tutor. Pretty good with our Fast Bond play. I want at least 16 lands if I can get there. Let's cut Coalition Relic, because it like we're just gonna be playing lands instead. 16 land with spell, spell. Ideally, we want 17, because that's like a fairly reliable mana source. Um, I don't know what to cut though. Consult the Star Chart's pretty good. This, look at the top 4 cards. Non-creature, non-land, put into hand. This does block, so that's something as well. Mystical Tutor is almost always just hitting Wheel of Fortune. Although Doomsday as well, we can kind of get there. I don't know how I'm getting triple blue for Jace. that's that's something we're gonna have to figure out later. I think, do I cut Cabal Ritual? This always happens. Cabal Ritual just ends up being bad most of the time. It is a spell. Maybe that is better than a land because it's a like that can just let us naturally Yawgmoth's Will or cast Doomsday. We'll try it. We'll see how it feels. Stomping Ground, Tundra. Okay, the mana in this deck is going to be rough. Twisted Landscape requires basics. Playing a basic forest feels horrible. Feels really bad. I don't think I'm going to play a basic forest. Twisted Landscape will just get black-red, and I'm okay with that. We need 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Red is just for 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's plenty of red sources. Blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue. Okay, that is the deck. I will see you all round 1. Wish me luck. Wow, what a ride that was. I decided to cut Pillage the Bog because it's like way too hard to cast from my deck, and I was like, I'll just add a basic forest, so then I can always have an untapped green for Fast Bond. And Magic Online did not like that. It didn't let me add basic lands, and then it crashed twice just from trying to make this play. But we should be good to go now. Okay, playing against Fastest Bid Good. Go first. I don't know why this is so big. I will keep this hand. Likely want a Mystical Tutor for like a Wheel of Fortune, but we'll see what happens. We will lead on Island to bluff some amount of counter magic, and lets us Mystical Tutor for something. Okay. Oh yeah, I got no power, by the way. They're holding up like Reprieve, maybe? Fast Bond's pretty good. Play that. Play Fast Bond. Can't Mana Tithe it. They could bounce it to my hand. Let's go here. And here. Go ahead. I would like to formally Mystical Tutor. Belia, you got it. Here comes Lelia, probably. That's Greater's Champion. All right. We got some aggro going on. But no dash. But they can blink it and just get the biggest Felia ever. I can consult the star charts for 4. I think I want to do that. I can grab. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So on my upkeep, I'm going to Mystical Tutor for Wheel of Fortune. Let's just get a bunch of mana. Although Probe with Yawgmoth's Will can also dig us further. It does damage to us. It's more Storm Count. We're going to take Probe. Take the damage. I'm like dead next turn, by the way. I can draw naturally, or I can tutor and then probe on my main phase. I think draw naturally makes sense. We just draw an island. So let's Mystical Tutor. Grab a Wheel of Fortune. And we're going to probe paying life. Okay, they're just playing aggro. Makes total sense. Let's go island. Don't need any more green. Let's Cabal Ritual. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, that's Yawgmoth's Will. That's a Doomsday. This could be a win here. Let's start off with Dark Ritual. Then we can go land. Take damage, whatever. Lotus Petal. Actually, this is a Tendrils kill, I think. Play this, take damage. Let's sack this for red. Tap this. We can Metamorphose. This is going to give us red and blue. There's Jace. We go Yawgmoth's Will. 1, 2, 3. Then we get to go Dark Ritual. We get to go Lotus Petal. I should have done Cabal Ritual sooner, but that's okay. Cabal Ritual. Then I get to Mystical Tutor for Tendrils. Then we Jataxian Probe to get more info on their deck. See what you got. Athari Overlord, Fiery Confluence, so just a bunch of damage. We will Tendrils you for 13. It worked. It did in fact work. Is it even worth playing Fire Covenant? Like, I'm just not gonna have enough life to use this card because they're gonna kill me so fast. That's really the problem. I don't think it is worth the mana. Phantasmal Image is a different question. But I think we just storm off and hope for the best. No power, by the way. If they have Thalia, I'm just dead, though. But I think, you know, you draft a deck like this, you just accept that as the case. I guess our Doomsday pile involves Thought Scour and Lion's Eye Diamond because we can go like, hey, if you're looking for more of my content, I'm actually posting daily on my Caleb Gannon channel, doing a ton of variety from Slay the Spire, Merge Maestro, Star Vaders, Clover Pit. There'll be a lot more different types of content coming, so if you're interested at all in just more content, go check out Caleb Gannon Gaming, link in the description. Alright, well, I don't know what is going on. I will mulligan this hand. Magic Online crashed. I don't know if I got to keep any of that information, or that part of the game, so I'll probably go back and record what happened. Magic Online has been like, I don't know what happened. They did an update, and everything's just terrible now. Like it just keeps crashing my computer. I'm gonna ditch the basic forest here. I think Lotus Petal has some value. Yeah, that's really frustrating. Hopefully this one holds out and we can get some record. I won with Storm. That's cool. It just sucks that it didn't get recorded. Because when it, like, when your computer crashes, it doesn't have time to, like, end the thing. Let me probe. Paying the life here. They could have Mana Tithe. I guess I should play a land first. Felia, Ancient Tomb, One Ring, Lelia, Voice of Victory. So they're going to actually not have that much going on. Okay. Let's go Mana Confluence. Let's get a Faithless Looting down. I don't need Entomb. I can Wheel of Fortune next turn. Let's ditch Entomb. And yeah, Wheel of Fortune, if they just play like Voice of Victory, won't be that bad. Let's also ditch Swamp. Go ahead. Yeah, our goal is just to get a big graveyard so that Yawgmoth's Will can just kill. Their hand is pretty slow, so there is some incentive to hold out. We'll see what they end up doing. They do draw the Mountain, so they can just play Felia, or they can just play Voice of Victory. They just play Voice of Victory. So next turn they can play the One Ring, which does give them protection from my Storm. Chrome Mox. Okay, it's gotta be Wheel of Fortune here. We get to go Island, Metamorphose. Gonna give us red-green. Or we definitely want red. I guess it doesn't matter what the other one is. Treasure Cruise. Let's go Chrome Mox, the Thundertrap Trainer. Play out Lotus Petal. Then we're gonna cast Wheel of Fortune here. Fresh hand. Fill your graveyard. Okay. Interesting. I can do a lot of stuff actually. I can Dark Ritual. I could just brain freeze them for I can go LED 5, 6, 7, brain freeze them for 21. I wouldn't be able to play Jace. Oh, I wouldn't have enough mana to also brain freeze here. I think I just pass. Yeah, if this was Black Lotus, I could have maybe gotten there with like Dark Ritual, Black Lotus, that kind of thing, but as it currently stands, no, I can't do all of that. Take 3. Flicker Wisp. Ooh, hitting Chromox. That gives me mana back. We'll see what happens. So, I can put Jace under... I'm definitely putting something under Chromox here, because I need the mana. I'm just deciding what. I think Brainstorm I need. I have Brainstorm plus Shuffle, which is pretty good. Brain Freeze is a pretty convenient win con. I do have Underworld, or Tendrils. And my graveyard's pretty full. Could be Dark Ritual. That gives me access to black mana. Because I can... I think it might be Dark Ritual. I wish I could do LED. I think that's the easiest pick. It's either that or Brain Freeze. I think we're going to do Brain Freeze. We get to draw. Stomping Ground. So, we are going to main phase Brainstorm here. We draw Frantic Search and 2 bad cards. So let's put... I want to shuffle with this, I think. So let's put Swamp, Stomping Ground on top. Then I can play Twisted Landscape. And this we can fetch with. I'm not dying. I can't cast spells on their turn. We're going to grab the Mountain. I can Frantic Search into some mana, but I think I'm better off just waiting. I can Dark Ritual out of Jace. Jace dies to their attacks. Let's just wait. I'm at 13. I think next turn's kind of the last turn I get. Never mind, they don't have haste. Okay, down to 7. Gonna be 6 with this. I think I'm going to cycle Rogran Triome using Lotus Petal. I don't feel particularly mana limited right now. If they remand me, they remand me. I'm dead next turn no matter what, so Thundra's not great. Dogmoss Will's very good. Okay, that one we'll take. Let's go Swamp. Let's play Dark Ritual, see if that resolves. Okay, Dark Ritual resolves. Let's go Frantic Search. Love these. Discard 2 lands. Untap these. Let's go ahead and play LED. Let's hold control. Cast Yawgmoth's Will. Stack LED for blue. Perfect. Then we get to go tap this for... Well, let's start with Dark Ritual, right? Well, let's play Lotus Petal. Cast this. Lotus Petal will add black. We can then Dark Ritual. Let's play out LED. LED will add blue. I have so much blue. I'm at 14. I like almost certainly win here. I just have to figure it out. I think we're going to want more blue. Then let's go red. Wheel of Fortune. Wandering Emperor they just cast. Okay, so they just die here, I think. They're tapped out. We have Tendrils. We have Lethal Storm. Let's go ahead and... I mean, like, Brainstorm. Put back these 2. I can Cabal Ritual. Yeah, just win the match. Take that, red, white. I never said that was a good archetype. See you next round. Alright, we're playing against Mr. Colors. Let's go first. This hand, we can Mystical Tutor for a Wheel of Fortune. That's one option. I think I want to lead on a tapped Triome, though, because this enables Manamorphose. Like, we just kind of want to fill our graveyard so that Yawgmoth's Will can do the thing. Don't like playing against blue. This deck basically can't handle counter magic. So we'll see. Oh. I don't know if we can handle that either. I don't know that we can handle that either. They're probably just an artifacts deck, so they're just running this for that cause. I'm gonna Metamorphose because we could hit some some good stuff here. We want to go green so that I could hit fast bond, and I guess blue. We just draw a swamp. Do I want to mystical tutor this turn? I think so. We're not getting Yawgmoth's Will anymore. I could grab Thought Scour. That would enable a Treasure Cruise. I could just grab Wheel of Fortune. I could also grab a swamp and go for a Doomsday type situation. A lot of good options, actually. Faithless Looting, also interesting. I can like flash it back. If I this turn one Soul Guide is a big problem for me. I think what we're gonna do is consult the star charts, play it a little bit slower. Mindstone, you got it. Let's go with Swamp, so we're closer to Doomsday, and we're just gonna pass turn. I kind of want them to pop the Soul Guide Lantern if I can get that. They play Narset, that's a disaster. Let's Frantic Search. There's Doomsday. Okay, that's gotta be the game plan, I suppose. We're gonna ditch Treasure Cruise because that does nothing, and Island. Untap these. Okay, this this is a lot of disruption. My deck can't handle a Narset right now. They take Upheaval. Interesting. I could consult the star charts now, but I think waiting one turn makes sense. With Narset in play, I can't draw cards. My deck has no way to answer her, so it's gotta be Doomsday into Jace win. And we're gonna need a couple cards to make that happen. Most notably hitting another Black Source. Thundertrap Trainer. That, in theory, could kill Narset. They can Upheaval. I think I'm gonna pass. Just do this on their turn. I'm still weak to Daze on my turn anyway. Spell Pierce would be annoying. Counterspell, like, I have to draw out, because if they counter Doomsday, we just lose. Grim Monolith. I think we do this now to tax their blue. Okay. I'm gonna grab Lotus Petal. Probe is fairly bad. It is a storm count. Twisted Landscape, I can't cycle. So we're just gonna grab... I guess I could use Twisted Landscape to dig one further through my deck. Because Probe unfortunately doesn't do that. Let's take this. You got a Monolith. Shelldock is gonna be active like next turn. Here comes Paradoxical Outcome. Oh, Time Twister. Fair. It's probably game. No interaction makes this unfortunate for me. I don't even know if my sideboard has a way to kill a Narset. But we want to find a little more information about their counter magic situation. Not that it matters that much. But they're almost certainly playing Academy. They have Tezzeret. They have Emry. Thundertrap Trainer, Portal to Phyrexia, Basalt Monolith, another Bauble. Their deck looks real interesting. Yeah, okay. Narset is a problem. I really don't like that card. This gives me some, like, alternate win con. I could play Loot the Pathfinder. I don't think that's the play. Lure into the Third Path does something, but it's white. Phantasmal Image doesn't matter. Fire Covenant only hits creatures. So not that. This has Haste, Cascade. I think we just have to dodge Narset. It's one card in their deck. This hand. Yep, I'm gonna keep. Pretty good turn one. In fact, I could do this really sneaky and just go Tundra Mystical Tutor. Let's do that. Tundra Mystical Tutor, and then I can fast bond out a Wheel of Fortune. As long as they don't have Spell Pierce. They let that resolve. Let's go Wheel of Fortune. Here's why we take fast bond so highly. Let me go this one. Play this. Let's attempt a fast bond. Play this. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, they didn't have it. This is awesome. We get to go Triumph. Let's go Island. Pay life. Then we can... I think just playing Triumph is better than Faithless Looting. Let's see what they have going on over there. Paying mana. They have Mana Drain. Soul Guide Lantern is very annoying, but they can't hold up Soul Guide Lantern and Mana Drain at the same time. Okay, let's go with Marsh Flats. I can cycle Twisted Landscape. I can also cycle Rogue and Triumph. Let me fetch here. Just a swamp. So I can't actually get red mana right now. Or blue. So that's cool. I want to keep some number of stuff in hand to Faithless Looting. But I also, I mean, having a ton of mana is fairly helpful. But I could just do these two next turn. It denies me the mana of Rogue and Triumph this turn. Let's play this. Take a damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 2 in hand for Faithless Looting. I think we're gonna do that. Go ahead. They're just holding up Mana Drain. Let's fetch here. Grab the mountain. Forest. Okay. Will they Mana Drain a Faithless Looting? That is a question. They don't. Great. Let's discard Forest. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Also discard the Triumph. Then I can flash back Faithless Looting, but I want to hold up Consult the Star Charts for the following turn. So let's consult the star charts on their upkeep. That does mean I don't get to Faithless Looting this turn. And they're probably going to mana drain it no matter what. So maybe I do just flashback Faithless Looting right now. We hit Doomsday. I like that a lot. I'm going to discard... That's triple black. Discard a Swamp. Do I want to discard Island or just like a Thunder Trap Trainer? I think at this point, I have enough mana, I'll just discard Island. Then I can pass turn. Yeah, I'll pass turn. They can Soul Guide Lantern away my stuff. You got it. Exile target card from a graveyard. They probably hit Wheel of Fortune. Lotus Petal makes sense to me. So they have Soul Guide Lantern down, Island down, holding up Counter Magic. How do I beat Counter Magic with this deck? I can consult the star charts. That does kind of put me down mana, but it lets me find basically anything I want. I think I want to... They're not going to mana drain a Brainstorm. But I will Brainstorm here. Chrome Mox Dark Ritual land. Let's put this on top, then this, so I can draw the land. Island. Okay. I could just force them to consult the star charts forever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Interesting. I don't know how this deck wins at the moment, but I think it involves Island go. This turn they can Ponder. They play Ponder, you got it. Dude, any counterspell or Thoughtseize, this would be such an easy game for me, but they can just hold counter magic until my win condition, unless I build up like a critical amount of Storm. And then they can't. But the Soul Guide Lantern does answer my graveyard very well. Offspring is like kicker, right? Yeah, it has to resolve, so Mana Drain doesn't quite work. They get to Preordain. You got it. So Ponder's gone, Preordain, they're still holding up Mana Drain. Let's go to their begin combat step, and we're going to cast this with kicker. Look at the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. Ooh. Okay. Wow. I get this pick and then I get another pick. Storm counters 3. I can just brain freeze them for 12. I can grab Thought Scour. Both of my Storm win cons are here. Let's grab brain freeze. Oh, I get to choose 2 out of these. Right. Okay. That's even better. Frantic Search, brain freeze. Or brain freeze, Thought Scour. Brain freeze will mill them for 1, 2, 3. This will be 12. If I Thought Scour them, I can't do both. I think it's going to be Frantic... I like my hand a bit. Let's grab Frantic Search, Brain Freeze. And I will Frantic Search here. If they mana drain this, it's fine. Okay, there's Jace. Storm count is 4. Let's discard Starting Town because it enters tapped. And Doomsday because I don't think I need it anymore. Although Doomsday gives me a reset. But Stormcast's gonna be 4, 5, 6. I'll mill them for 18. And they would just have to naturally hit Time Twister. I feel like that's probably the most reliable. Yeah. Untap. We want black, blue, blue. Then I will Dark Ritual. Hopefully they try and counter the Dark Ritual. And I will Brain Freeze them. So it'll mill 18 currently. If they have Time Twister in hand, you know, whatever. Is it in their graveyard? Emery, Hole Breacher, Thundertrap Trainer. No! No! Oh my god, it could still be in their deck. Well, that's very unlucky. Because I was like, there's no way they're killing me in 3 turns with this hand, but it's possible. Okay, thanks on my graveyard. Yeah, if they drew Time Twister, we're not winning that. Because they still have Mana Drain up. And now I draw Yawgmoth's Will. Actually, that's interesting. They have Mana Drain at the ready. Aether Spellbomb, Blightsteel Colossus, 3 unknown. If they just cast Time Twister, my hand will be pretty small. Let's cast this with Offspring. Or just cast it. They're just gonna Mana Drain and then untap. I just don't know how I beat that. I just force them to play Time Twister and redraw Mana Drain, I guess. Or just deck out naturally. They had the perfect answers for my deck when they needed them. Spellbomb, you got it. Mana Confluence, we'll play out our lands. I will attempt a Thundertrap Trainer just to see what happens. No. Just not let them Mana Drain anything. They're decking out, they have to do something to not deck out, which means casting Time Twister. Yeah. My hand is pretty good, to be honest. If they don't have Mana Drain here, I should be able to win. Grim Monolith. So they don't have Mana Drain access currently. Alright, let's do it. Island. Let me play LED. Let's Manamorphose. Do this. This will add blue-black. Let me attempt a Jace. Let's Thundertrap Trainer first. Here. See what we got. Chromox, Cabal Ritual, Treasure Cruise. I guess Chromox. Let me shock this in. Take a bunch of damage. We will attempt our first Jace. I think we got this. Yeah, wow. Okay. I think we played okay. This is a tough matchup. I don't... The exile in my graveyard is quite a problem, but we just have to be faster and more resilient. Well, not more resilient, just faster. Faster is the only thing this deck can do. Okay, I made one quick switch. I brought in... I don't know if that's better, actually. Stormchaser's Talent I want in the deck. Entomb with Yawgmoth's Will is very good, actually. No, it's not. We're going to ditch Entomb. We're going to keep Cabal Ritual. And I'm going to run Stormchaser's Talent instead. This gives me, like... If they want to Mana Drain a 1-drop, they can. But then I can spend 4 to get something back. So I could go, like, Brain Freeze, get this back, Brain Freeze. And then at 6, I could make an Otter army and kill with that. I think that's fine. It also gives me a 1/1 that lets me attack Narset for some damage if I draw it early enough. And I don't think Entomb is, like, that good against an opponent who has Graveyard Hate. So we're going to make that swap. It does slow my deck down, but... there you go. This hand's good. It's got Brainstorm plus Shuffle. It's got Cabal Ritual. I get to go turn 1 Stormchaser's Talent. Don't love being on the draw here, but this does make the Mana Drain Forever plan just not functional. What do they preordain? Mox Opal I don't like. They put 2 on the bottom. If only I had like any removal. Let's go Tundra, Talent. We're going to save Lotus Petal for triggering this next turn. We gotta hope... Oh, Razor Verge Thicket. What's going on over there? Alright, let's go Marsh Flats. Do I want to save Lotus Petal? I might. Let's attack for 1. Save Lotus Petal for Storm. Go ahead. Okay, they could have Mana Drain up. Let's do Beginning of Combat Brainstorm. There's like 0% chance they Mana Drain a Brainstorm. but we'll do it anyway. The reason we're doing beginning of combat is mana drain gives you mana at the beginning of your next turn. They have Hole Breacher? Oh my gosh. Well, I'm just dead, I guess. Yeah. Put 2 cards from your hand on top. Disgusting. That's so bad. I think I just lose now. How am I ever beating this? Put these on top. I guess I have to somehow win off tendrils, but yeah, pretty devastating, to say the least. And I'll draw none of them because I just have to somehow win like right now. Grab a black source. Yeah, Hole Breacher and Narset in a deck with no interaction. I literally just put this, whatever. Play. It's pretty tough. We are going to play Lotus Petal. It effectively does 2 damage whenever I play it because I get to attack for 2 and there's no chance they block. Don't know how we're winning this, but we can find a way. They're at 17. It had to be Brainstorm too. Teferi, bounce the Otter. Can't cast stuff at instant speed. Yeah. Take 3. This is really the fundamental problem with Storm and Cube is they've printed so many good answers, but the Storm cards haven't gotten better. There's Brain Freeze. Interesting. Interesting. Go ahead. We have like some avenues. Unfortunately, can't Brain Freeze on their turn. That would be key, I think, to like use their Storm count to then go like Cabal Ritual, Brain Freeze, get it back. Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. Well, I can't even Brain Freeze them. Alright. Yeah, this is just a cursed matchup. They have everything. Graveyard Hate, Hole Breacher, Narset, and Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, so Brain Freeze doesn't even work. Somehow have to Tendrils them for 9. Gotta be like Yawgmoth's Will somehow. Thundertrap Trainer, that's a start. What do you got for me? Doomsday. Huh. I can't draw cards. I cannot draw cards, but I can Doomsday. The problem is if I Doomsday, they can Jace Mill me, and that could mess everything up. I'm trying to think if there's any better like line here than this though. I don't think there is. So we're just gotta go for it and like hope things work out in our favor. Go Cabal Ritual. Cast Doomsday. Does it resolve? Lose focus. Alright. That will be the game. See you next round. Alright, we are playing against Flashjack. We're on the play. This hand is fairly good. I will keep. Yawgmoth's Will in my opener isn't ideal because I wanted to Faithless Looting. But I think we lead on... There's 2 directions to go. I can... Yeah, I don't like Yawgmoth's Will getting discarded to Wheel of Fortune. But let's just go Island and see what they are playing. They're playing Island as well. Let's do it a little slow. Probe is awesome. Let's probe. They could have Spell Pierce. Probably thinking about Spell Piercing it. Maybe I'm supposed to play a land and then probe. But if I draw a tap land, I kind of want to play it. Okay, what do you got? And I did draw a tap land. Okay. Everyone's playing Counter Magic Bonanza over here. Flash, Frantic Search, Miscalc, Talisman, Mana Leak. So they just have every counter spell you could ever think of. Let's go Triome. Although they're counter spells that care about mana. Pass turn. Seeing their hand is like so disgusting. So they go Island. Did they just draw the answer? Alright, you drew a flash target. That's pretty rough. They hit Rogan Triome. That's unfortunate. That's so unfortunate for me, because they killed both of my lands here. You just had to, like, not draw that. It would be pretty cool. I could have almost killed here. I can Mystical Tutor for Dark Ritual. And then I can go, like, Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual, Yawgmoth's Will, Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual. Jitaxian Probe. Wait, how much Storm is this? We go Lotus Petal's 1, Dark Ritual is 2, Yawgmoth's Will is 3, Lotus Petal is 4, Dark Ritual is 5. Jitaxian Probe is 6. Faithless Looting could be 7. I would still have to hit 2 spells here. But I don't think we have a better shot than this. They're just going to kill me in 5 turns and hold up counter magic. This is such an insane draw. Okay, is there anything better than Dark Ritual? Because I need the mana positive. I don't think there is. And I think we're just going for it because they're going to have counter magic up the rest of the game here. If I had any more lands too, I could do this. Okay, we draw Dark Ritual. So let's go. Can I go Island Mystical Tutor? Let me think about this. We're definitely going Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual. That's non-negotiable. I can Faithless Looting. I think that's Mystical Tutor. What can that find? Because I can Mystical Tutor plus Probe to draw any card in my whole deck. I need to look at my deck list. Okay, so looking at my list, I think I just have to hit. Because right now we have Stormcloud is 2. This will be 3, 4, 5. I can go Island Mystical Tutor will be 6, 7. The best card I can get is Cabal Ritual, which will be 8. Tendrils will be 9. And that's not lethal. So I think my best bet is to go Mountain Faithless Looting. We draw Frantic Search, Wheel of Fortune. None of those are playable here, unfortunately. Then let's go Yawgmoth's Will. Yeah, let's go. I have to probe. I draw an island. Unfortunately, I don't even have the mana to do what I want to do here with Faithless Looting. Yeah, the Tendrils line could have gotten them to 2, but 2 is not 0. Because I can Lotus Petal Dark Ritual, but I can't cast Tendrils. I'm just going to concede. That's unfortunate. Could have gotten them to 2 life. Pretty great, actually. But sometimes they just top deck the flash target. It's even more... Like, if they had just done it, I wouldn't have known that they drew. But I saw their hand, and they didn't have anything, and then they drew the thing. Also, any other flash target, I could have killed them, because the 1 mana is what was, like, costing me the game. Alright, let's go first. Hope to draw better. Yep, this hand has Frantic Search, Entomb, Treasure Cruise, and a Fetch. So we can do a lot of stuff. And I will just Entomb turn 1, I think. Entomb turn 1, and then Rog and Triumph turn 2. What do I want to Entomb? That's a good question. Let's grab Swamp. Play this. I think Tendrils is the one I least want to draw. And they probably have with Flash... No, Flash doesn't have anything that would reshuffle their deck. Let's Entomb Tendrils. There's Yawgmoth's Will. Play this. Unfortunately, Yawgmoth's Will Entomb doesn't work how I thought, because you're, like... This just gets a card out of your deck. It is a Storm count. Talisman. Alright. No turn 2 Flash. Love it. Mystical Tutor. Okay. I like Mystical Tutor. Let's go Stomping Ground. Frantic Search. I love Dark Ritual. Discard both of these. And then Treasure Cruise. Because I don't need any of these except, like, Tendrils. Although Frantic Search is pretty good. Can I kill here is the question. I can go Dark Ritual. That is actually a good question. Dark Ritual. Yawgmoth's Will with 2 floating. Then I can go Dark Ritual will put me up to 4. Mystical Tutor, Frantic Search puts me down to 3. But if I get Cabal Ritual, go up to 4. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we're not there. So I think I Treasure Cruise. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna get rid of Tendrils. 5. I think Frantic Search is more likely to be useful. I can... Okay, well, not the best hand. But yeah, straight up counter magic dot deck is like, we don't have any interaction. We have nothing to stop this. So they could just kind of hang out with all their good cards. Let's Mystical on upkeep. I think I'm gonna get Faithless Looting here. We grab the looting. Let's go Island, play looting. Okay, discard tapped land and this one. Pass turn. The nice thing is they're doing nothing as well. So, like, they're giving us a lot of time, but our deck just doesn't do well against. Like, they probably have 3 counter spells in hand. I'm not entirely sure how I'm beating that. Chromox doesn't particularly help. Let's flashback of Faithless Looting. Do you counter it? Okay, we draw Fast Bond. Let's ditch Chromox. Maybe not ditch Chromox. That does give me a Storm count. No, I could play it off Yawgmoth's Will as well. Do that. We will play the Swamp. Fast Bond plus Yawgmoth's Will can generate a lot of mana now. Unfortunately, Blackleaf Cliff Sensor's tapped. But they're just doing a whole lot of nothing. Okay, Mountain. Let's go Mountain. Does Fast Bond resolve? Okay, Fast Bond resolves. Go ahead. Fairy Mastermind. You got it. Each player draws a card. They could still have Counter Magic up. I'll take the draw here. That tells me their hand is bad. Doomsday is also pretty good. I can consult the star charts plus Dark Ritual to play around Mana Leak. They draw a card. I think I will consult the star charts with Kicker here. 2, 3, 4. That just resolved. Love it. Okay. Thundertrap Trainer can do some stuff. Lands just act as mana, but aren't quite as good. I like Thundertrap Trainer. Doomsday is very nice. Doomsday plus Brainstorm can go pretty hard. So let's do that. They draw a card. We got a Monolith. Is this Upheaval? Not very good against Fast Bond, I'll tell you that much. Kappa Cannoneer. Okay, that does kill me pretty fast. They have 2 counter spells up, but all the counter magic I saw does get hit by, like, if I just have extra mana. Take 2. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I think this is the turn to go for it. Let's go Dark Ritual. Or do I want to do something else? I can Brainstorm. Let's see what happens with a Brainstorm. That will let them draw. Okay, Detecting Probe is incredible. I want my land. I don't think I want a Doomsday. Put Doomsday on top. And I'm going to probe into whatever I put on top after that. So put 2 on top. Do I want to draw Jace off of probe? No. I want him after Wheel of Fortune. That's a pretty easy win, actually. They draw. Alright, show me what's in your hand. They have lose focus with a bunch of kicker. So they can counter target spell unless I pay 2, 4, 6. It's a bit of a problem. Maybe it's not that big of a problem, actually. Let's go land. I can go Dark Ritual 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's unfortunate. I can go Dark Ritual Doomsday. They almost certainly just counter that. Let's play our land. Oh, wait, no, Doomsday I just die. So that doesn't work. There is lose focus Chromatic Star. And the top card is Jace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is only 5 extra mana, not 6. So lose focus does just hard counter it. I can go Wheel of Fortune though. That works. Dark Ritual. Green. Red. Wheel of Fortune. I can't cast Jace if I do this. But I should be able to, like, Brain Freeze them. Because Yawgmoth's Will they're going to counter. The plan is for them to counter this. And then a Yawgmoth's Will. I think it's going to work. Okay, lose focus with Replicate. We just let that happen. They're tapped out. They should die. Okay, so this gets countered unless I pay 2. I don't want to pay anything here. Then we get to go Yawgmoth's Will. That resolves. I get to start playing lands. Play land. Play Dark Ritual. I can Chromox. I mean, I could just cast Wheel of Fortune again. But I think I can just kill them here. I can Chromox this Doomsday. Then I can Mystical Tutor. That's my only blue. And my only red. Worth mentioning, I guess. I can kill with Tendrils. Mystical Tutor plus Detecting Probe. Tendrils kills. Blue. Tutor. Oh, I can Frantic Search first. If I draw tendrils off Frantic Search, I'm kind of screwed though. So let's just go for the safe play. Mystical Tutor. We will... Tendrils is gone. Ooh. Tendrils is gone. That's right, I exiled it earlier. Oh, that's so bad. Okay. None of this works anymore. Yeah, that sucks. No red and no blue. I was supposed to... Tendrils is gone. This is why you don't play cube when you're sick. I'm gonna fail to find. Thought Scour doesn't do it, I don't have blue. Manamorphose doesn't do it, I don't have red. Cabal Ritual just gives me mana. Yeah, I thought Tendrils is still in my deck. Alright, let's probe them. We draw an island. I think we're saved. Let's go island. Then I get to Frantic Search. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we get to do this. Untap these. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Then I can Manamorphose red, black into blue, blue. Perfect. Then I get to play Jace into Wheel of Fortune. Never punished. Never punished. And then uptick Jace. Okay, that was pretty precarious. Pay attention to Tendrils getting exiled. Also, don't play Storm when you're, like, quite feverish. Don't do that either. Alright. This is the one. Can we finish with a winning record? Our opponent has a bunch of counter magic. We don't care. Because they're just not doing any... Like, if they just don't do any... Is this like a Storm Chaser's Talon over Cabal Ritual? I think it is. Just get up to 6 mana and start making otters. Okay, this hand... yeah. It's got, Wheel of Fortune plus LED, turn 2. Unfortunately, they could counter it, because they have only counter spells in their deck. We'll see what happens. We'll go... Fast Bond off the top? No. Starting town. Go ahead. Hopefully, they go, like, tap land. Okay, we're not going to Wheel of Fortune into that. We draw Island. I could just run out Doomsday. I don't hate that. The problem is, let's not do that. Let's wait a turn. Their deck does nothing. I might as well get some more lands in play before I go for this. They do it Fairy Mastermind. That's unfortunate. But now they can just hold up Counter Magic plus Fairy. Chromatic Star, you got it. Rogrin Triome. Okay. What do I want to do? Your opponent draws a second card each turn. Let's go Island and cycle Rogrin Triome. Maybe I'm playing a little bit too passively here. But I think just more lands in play the better. They're only hitting me for 2 a turn right now. Thundertrap Trainer, you got it. They're certainly holding up some form of counter magic. Mana Leak, they're 100% holding up some form of counter magic. Let me cycle this. Consult the star charts is pretty nice. Blackleaf Cliffs enters tapped. Let's go Forest. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just consult the star charts on their turn with Kicker. They can mana leak it, but that taps them low. Baleful Strix, you got it. I'm gonna do this now. Well, no, I'll let them, if they want to tap out, I'll let them tap out. Oh, that was a mistake. No, it didn't matter, because they could have tapped to counter, and then they just go Academy, and Academy taps for 2 as well. So they still have 2 counter spells up now. Well, this worked out. Grim Monolith. Let's cast this with Kicker. Blue, this. You want to counter it. They can still, Fast Bond is fantastic. And Marsh Flats is better with other stuff. Yeah, we'll take those. Alright, deck, let's go. Fast Bond, will you counter it? That resolves. We will play Blackleaf Cliffs tapped. Do I give them one more turn? They have so much mana now, but only 3 cards in hand. I can do a lot of stuff this turn. But I can do a lot of stuff next turn. So Marsh Flats, take a damage. Down to 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. they can hit me for. Storm count is 1. I think I wait. No, I need fast bond mana. Let's go for it. Let's grab Tundra. Go Lotus Petal. Blind's Eye Diamond. Let's attempt Wheel of Fortune. 1, 2, 3 for Wheel of Fortune. And I'm going to crack LED for black. How many mana leaks do you have? Okay, that resolves. They get to draw. They have 7 cards in hand, which isn't ideal, but that's okay. We get to go start with a Dark Ritual. It just gives me so much mana to play around whatever they can have. We get to go Island. Let's attempt Manamorphose here. Let's add red, blue. Red. Okay, I'm gonna looting. There's Yawgmoth's Will. I don't need this, and I don't need this. Put some lands into play. I will just Yawgmoth's Will. I have so much mana, and we want to keep that mana here. Let's go Yawgmoth's Will. See if that resolves. I don't want to like play Brainstorm and have them have like mana leak, miscalc, remand, blah blah blah. I just want as much mana as possible. They've lose focus. They crack Chromatic Star. This has got to be lose focus for a whole lot. The other upside of this... Oh, okay. Never mind. I think I win anyway now, because I can Mystical Tutor for an answer. Okay, that resolves. Let's go Dark Ritual. Lotus Petal. Lion's Eye Diamond. Go Mystical Tutor. Grab Tendrils. Let's Manamorphose into that. Black. Yeah. Wow, we did it. What is this? I don't know what that is. Okay, this deck actually very close to the trophy. Very surprising given the deck, but proactive, I guess. Just we storm out and that's all we do, and mostly we just kill them with tendrils, but maybe Storm is alive only when you're sick. Really the MVP was the fast bond as a mana generation engine. Like fast bond plus Yawgmoth's Will, you play all your lands back, was really sweet. And just the game plan of filling your discard pile worked really well. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, consider subscribing. See you next time. Hopefully I'll get better soon. See you guys there. Hey, I'm sorry for the short interruption, but I just wanted to take the time to mention that I spent about 3 years designing my ideal card game, which is Algomancy. So if you like the way that I play the game, talk about the game, or view synergies, and you think that type of gameplay is something you could be interested in, maybe check out Algomancy. It solves the problem of first player advantage, solves the problem of Mana Screwer and Flood, and there's no expensive cards. It's just a self-contained cube-like experience. You can cube draft with your friends. The other thing that it does really cool is you can cube draft 1v1. You don't need to get up to 8 people, and you can actually draft live in the game as well. So it's a really, really fun game that's based on just strategy instead of like getting lucky, hoping to draw the right cards. It really allows you to make cool plays and win on those cool and interesting plays and synergies. So if you're interested at all, go to algomancy.io, give it a check. Otherwise, just keep enjoying the videos.